When is this finally going to end? That's the question on everyone's minds after a full year living through the COVID-19 pandemic. The new administration does not have a clear timeline.
We are not in a place where we can predict exactly when everybody will feel normal again.
When do I think things will get back to normal? I've been cautioned not to give an answer to that because we don't know for sure.
But some public health experts say we do have an answer, and you're not going to like it. COVID-19 is never going to end.
What up, though? I'm Jay Will, aka BlackDad, and y'all already know. 2021, I quit my job teaching so I could homeschool our kids. So since starting this homeschool journey, we often get asked if we're doing this because of COVID. That answer is a little complicated. It's kind of a yes and a no. Although we did consider the health and the safety aspects of going back to in-person instruction at the school, we didn't want to base our decision to homeschool on a foundation of fear. But it's also not fair to say COVID had nothing to do with it.
A SARS-like virus, which has infected hundreds in China, has now reached the United States.
Tonight, U.S. cases of coronavirus more than doubling, with 2 new cases in Southern California and 1 in Maricopa County, Arizona.
We're becoming crushed under a tidal wave of unfathomable numbers. By one count, over 1 million have now been infected by coronavirus worldwide since the start of this outbreak. Tens of thousands have died.
Urgent message to stay home appears to finally be getting through. In California, the notoriously busy highways are nearly empty. The hustle and bustle of New York is at a standstill.
The New York City public school system, the largest in the nation, is going all remote starting today because of those rising virus cases.
This is not life as usual. And accept it and realize it and deal with it.
Let's raise the bed. Yeah, it's COVID.
Before, you didn't really have a time to think about it. You just had to get it done. Now you get time to sit back and look at what you've been doing and start processing your feelings.
The pandemic was devastating for many people, and so many lives were lost. 2020 completely changed the world, but it also made a world of change in me. For our family, 2020 was a forced stop on the status quo. It compelled our circle to spend more time with each other. It allowed the opportunity to focus on us. It granted us the time to reflect on the direction that our lives were headed. And it let us see the ridiculous pace that we were living our lives. Scrambling to school, rushing to work, hurrying to practice, sprinting for pickups, always late and never enough time. All of that, and we only get 2 hours to spend with our kids, the people who we actually love and signed up to do life with. Interesting enough, not only did I have more time with my family, but it also allowed me time to pour into my other interests that I never seemed to have time to work on. What started as a refinance on our personal home, it turned into a deep dive on all aspects of our finances. Not only for me, but other members of my family as well, like my mother and my sisters. And that led me down a road to start really looking into real estate investing, something I've always had an interest in, but never was able to follow through. But 2020, I did. I also got pretty decent at video editing, something I've always had an interest in, but never was allowed to really fully explore. When you think about it, I was basically given the time and the opportunity to unschool as an adult. The pandemic in 2020 really forced us to take a look at what our lives were like before COVID. My wife and I decided that we don't want that for ourselves, and we don't want it for our kids either. We enjoy being with each other and enjoy being with our kids, and we want to be with them more, not rushing to be with them only a couple hours a day. It was amazing how much they thrived when we were just simply present, and they blossomed and bloomed. Although COVID has been a tragedy on the world, it's made such an impact on my family. 2020 allowed us to find a flow, and our lives have been full of so much joy. Why would we ever want to go back?